You know that sinking feeling when you walk into a room and you can just sense people don't respect you? When your words land like feathers instead of hammers? Here's the truth no one wants you to know. Respect isn't earned through achievement or kindness. It's taken through a single psychological shift that happens in the first 5 minutes of any interaction. By the end of this, you'll command respect automatically, without trying, without speaking louder, without changing who you are. But first, you need to understand why everything you've been told about earning respect is designed to keep you weak. What I'm about to show you borders on social engineering. It works so well that some people consider it manipulation. Use it carefully. The physical posture reset. The reason people look down on you has nothing to do with what you say. It's decided before you even open your mouth. Your body is broadcasting weakness signals every second, and people read them subconsciously. Once you control these signals, you become untouchable. But there's a biological catch you need to understand first. I used to have this coworker, let's call him Mike, brilliant guy, better ideas than anyone in the room. But when he presented, people would interrupt him, dismiss him, check their phones. Then one Monday, something changed. Same Mike, same ideas, but suddenly people leaned in, they nodded, they remembered his name. I couldn't figure out what shifted. I watched him for a week. He wasn't speaking differently, he wasn't dressing better. Therefore, I started watching his body, and that's when I saw it. His shoulders had moved back exactly 2 inches. That's it, 2 inches. Your shoulders carry a psychological weight called status signaling. When they roll forward, even slightly, your brainstem sends cortisol signals that people detect as submission. Here's what you do for 5 minutes every morning. Stand against a wall, shoulders back, head touching the wall, chin parallel to the ground. Breathe. Your nervous system resets its baseline. Your body remembers this position throughout the day. The science? It's called proprioceptive recalibration. You're literally rewiring your default stance. People don't respect confidence. They respect the neurochemical signals confidence produces, and you just hacked them. The eye contact paradox. Now here's the part that feels borderline unethical. Most people think eye contact equals confidence. They're wrong, and that mistake costs them respect every single day. Once you understand the type of eye contact that commands rooms, you'll see how most people accidentally submit with their eyes. But first, there's a line you cannot cross or this backfires completely. I was in a coffee shop watching a manager interview someone. The candidate had perfect posture, good answers, steady eye contact. But the manager kept cutting him off, talking over him. The candidate was doing everything right, yet being treated like an intern. Then I noticed his eyes. They were darting, microseconds of breaks every few seconds, looking for approval. The manager's eyes stayed neutral, unwavering, almost bored. Not aggressive, just still. Therefore, his nervous system interpreted the candidate as lower status no matter what words were being exchanged. There's a difference between looking at someone and seeing through them. For 5 minutes today, practice the neutral gaze in a mirror. Look at the bridge of your own nose. Not challenging, not submissive, just present. Blink naturally, but don't look away first in conversations. Why it works? The superior colliculus in your brain tracks gaze direction as a threat assessment tool. When you hold relaxed, steady eye contact, you're signaling, I am not prey. When you dart away, you signal, I defer to you. The line you can't cross? Going dead behind the eyes. Sociopaths do that. You want presence, not emptiness. The silence weapon. This last one is almost unfair. Most people will never figure this out. The reason people disrespect you isn't what you say, it's what you say after the silence. That 3-second gap where you panic and fill the void, that's where you lose. Master this and you become magnetic. But it requires killing a deeply wired survival instinct. My friend Sarah used to apologize for everything. Sorry I'm late, she was early. Sorry, can I ask a question? It was a meeting. Sorry to bother you, via text. One day she just stopped. Someone made a cutting joke at her expense at dinner. Old Sarah would have laughed nervously, deflected, filled the silence. New Sarah just looked at them. 3 seconds. 4. 5. The joker broke first. "I'm just kidding, geez." But Sarah didn't reassure him. She let the discomfort sit. Therefore, he never tested her again, and the whole group's dynamic shifted. They started asking her opinions first. Silence is the most powerful tool you're not using. For 5 minutes, practice this. Set a timer, say something simple out loud, "I disagree," then stay silent for 10 seconds. Feel the discomfort. Let it burn. Your amygdala will scream at you to fill the gap. Ignore it. The psychology, we're wired to interpret silence as social rejection, so we fill gaps to regain approval. But when you control the silence, you control the frame. People will rush to fill the void, revealing their hand while you stay composed. Don't abuse this. It's borderline psychological warfare in casual settings. You think respect is about making people like you. It's not. Respect is about making people understand you are unmovable. The shoulders, the eyes, the silence, they're not tricks. They're signals that say, "I exist on my own terms." Just because you can command a room doesn't mean you should steamroll everyone in it. Use this to stop being a doormat, not to become a tyrant. And remember, the goal isn't to fix yourself. You were never broken. The goal is to stop apologizing for taking up space. So now you know how to command respect in 5 minutes. The posture reset, the neutral gaze, the silence weapon. But what happens when the person across from you has studied the exact same techniques? What happens when they don't break eye contact? They hold the silence. They mirror your body language right back. That's when you deploy the nuclear option, radical authenticity. Because all these techniques fail against one thing, someone who's so comfortable in their own skin that they don't need to perform dominance. They just exist. When two players meet, the one who drops the game first and speaks from genuine presence wins. Always. The real power move, knowing when to stop playing.